Ever been to a job interview where you were asked to tell about yourself and you ended up describing your favorite pizza toppings? I'm sure most of us have experienced this. We've all had moments when we have been rendered speechless by the simplest questions. Picture this, you're sitting across from your potential employer, your palms are moist, your heart is practically pounding out of your chest, and then, out of the blue, they ask you to talk about yourself. Suddenly your mind goes completely blank. Instead of discussing your qualifications, experiences, or achievements, you find yourself describing how much you love the combination of pepperoni and pineapple on a pizza. Or you recall an incident from your childhood where you won a goldfish at a carnival. Definitely not the ideal way to kick off an interview, is it? There's no doubt that many of us have faced this situation, but the good news is, you're not the only one. This seemingly innocent question stumped countless individuals over the years. It's a common scenario, one that often catches us off guard. However, you need not worry, we're here to the tables for you. But worry not, we're about to change the game for you. So the next time someone asks you to talk about yourself, don't just blurt out your favorite ice cream flavors. While we all have a soft spot for a good scoop of Rocky Road or mint chocolate chip, when it comes to self-introduction in a professional setting, it's not about your palate, your personal hobbies and interests matter, but there's a time and place for everything. In a professional setting, the scope changes entirely. Here you need to frame your introduction in a way that shines light on your professional aspects and accomplishments. It's like creating a teaser for your career journey. You want to grip your audience with the key moments, leaving them keen to dig deeper. Suppose you're in a job interview scenario, your interviewer isn't interested in your pizza eating prowess. What they really want to know are the skills you possess, the experiences you've had that relate to the job, and the accomplishments you take pride in. They're keen to understand how you could contribute and add value to their team. They're not looking for a pizza-eating champion, rather a champion in their professional field. Another important aspect to remember is that relevance and brevity are critical. You don't want to get lost in minute details like that. One time you saved the company $2 million by changing the coffee brand in the break room. Instead, you need to be succinct and focus on the bigger picture. Highlight your qualifications, your work history, and your key achievements. But always remember, keep it concise. It can be enticing to share your love for cats or your passion for salsa dancing, but unless you're applying for a position at a pet store or a dance school, these details might not be pertinent. You need to mold your self-introduction to match the situation. Think about what the person posing the question would find intriguing or beneficial. So the next time you're faced with the task of introducing yourself, don't break into a cold sweat. Think of it as a chance to present your professional persona, not your personal hobbies or idiosyncrasies. Remember, you're not at a speed dating event. Keep the cats and the salsa dancing for later. Now let's break down this mammoth task into bite-sized, digestible pieces. Consider this task as a 4-course meal. Each course embodies a phase towards your ideal answer, and we'll savor each of them. Our appetizer is 1. Introducing your background, is where you lay the groundwork. Stay professional and focus on your career. Where did you begin your journey? What subjects did you major in? What positions have you held? This step is only an appetizer, so it should be served light and crisp. Moving to the heart of the meal, we find step 2, outlining your achievements. This is the substance of your answer. What have you in your professional life? Be sure not to merely list your resume. Instead, select several key accomplishments that match the job you're applying for. Did you boost sales by a significant margin? Maybe you implemented a procedure that resulted in substantial cost savings. These achievements your Michelin-starred dishes. Next, we have the cheese course. Step 3, detailing why you're the ideal fit for the job. This is where you draw the connection between your journey, your success, and the job at hand. Illustrate how you're not just a competent candidate, but the perfect candidate. Create a vivid of how your skills, experience, and success make you the perfect candidate for this position. Lastly, we have dessert. Step 4. Discussing why this job fits your career goals. This is your opportunity that you're not just looking for a job, but this specific job. Talk about this role aligns with your career path and why it piques your interest. And there's our 4-course meal, guaranteed to please even the most discerning interviewer. The goal is to keep your narrative professional, pertinent, and brief. And just like a memorable meal, the aim is to leave them wanting more. In essence, it's your professional journey, not your autobiography. So, serve them a repast they won't soon forget. Bon appétit. Now that we've broken down the process, let's explore some golden nuggets of wisdom in depth. First, we dive into the do's. Always ensure your response is uniquely tailored to the job role. What does that mean? Picture yourself as a chef. Would you dare cook a steak for a vegetarian guest? Absolutely not. In the same vein, presenting irrelevant information to a potential employer is just as futile. If you're looking for a marketing job, the interviewer doesn't need to know about the Minecraft fortress you built in your free time. Keep your responses focused strictly on your work experiences and skills that make you the right candidate for the role. Next on the list, always portray yourself in a shining, positive light. This is not the platform to share any negative aspects about your previous employment, or even confess you were let go for tardiness. Think of this as a live sales pitch. You're the product, and your duty is to convince the employer that you're everything they need and more. Highlight your best features, leaving no room for doubt. Remember, confidence is key. Exude it. But more importantly, keep your explanations short and sweet. Your life story may be as enthralling as a best-selling thriller, but your interviewer is not the audience for it. Stick to the point and refrain from rambling. Remember, you're not delivering an Oscar-winning monologue. Aim to keep your answers short, ideally around 2 minutes. Any longer, and you may lose the attention. Now, shifting gears to the don'ts. Avoid reciting your resume verbatim. Your interviewer has already reviewed it. They're listening for fresh information. Don't resort to using cliches. The phrases people person or hard worker do not distinguish you. Instead, show and prove. Use concrete examples to demonstrate your abilities and skills. Moreover, don't provide a rehearsed answer. It's excellent to prepare, but sounding robotic will do more harm than good. Be authentic, be natural, and let your unique persona shine through. Lastly, never underestimate the power of practice. This is your golden opportunity to make a lasting first impression. Just like you wouldn't attempt a marathon without adequate training, don't step into an interview without preparing your response thoroughly. So, no more rambling about your love for Star Wars unless you're interviewing for a role at Lucasfilm. Time for a quick recap before you march into that interview room. We're here to help you prepare. When the inevitable, "Tell me about yourself" is asked, remember to maintain your composure and stay professional. The interviewers aren't interested in your life biography or your culinary preferences. Instead, they want to hear about your career milestones, your professional abilities, and why you're a great fit for the role. This is your chance to shine, so make sure you lay emphasis on your career achievements that align with the job requirements. Being succinct and relevant is vital in this scenario. Too much information can be as damaging as too little, so balance is key. Ensure you're giving the right information, not just any information. This is your chance to show why you'd be an asset to their team. Our comprehensive guide is meant to be your personal assistant during this process. It points you to the correct path, helping you steer through the question with elegance and self-assurance. It's essential to refer to our list of recommended do's and don'ts. This list serves as a protective shield, helping you sidestep frequent mistakes and present the best version of yourself. And remember, if they ask you about yourself, they don't need to know about your secret obsession with pineapple on pizza.